Okay, so in my previous video, I had a discussion on lines and angles. We discussed parallel lines and associated angles, and we solved exercise 6.2. Similarly, we solved exercise 6.1 also, where we went for discussion of obtuse angles, acute angles, and all linear pair, adjacent angles. So all those angles we have already discussed. In this particular video, we will be using that angle sum property of a triangle and exterior angle property. So how an exterior angle is related to the sum of opposite interior angles, that we will see here in this particular video. Okay. So let us understand first that what actually angle sum property. Angle sum property. So we do have one triangle with us A, B and C. There are three internal angles are there, that is angle A, angle B and angle C. And as per this property, sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180 degree. It means angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180 degree. This we need to prove. We can prove also. How we can prove? Let us draw a line parallel from the point A such that let us name it as D and let us name it as E. Okay. So this DE is parallel to BC. So we need to draw a line DE parallel to BC from point A. Okay. Right. Now in this case, we will find that this angle DAB is equal to angle ABC, alternate interior angles. Right? Okay. Similarly, if the line DC is extended, or we can say that angle EAC or CAE also, CAE is equal to angle ACB. Right? So this is actually angle C. This is actually angle B. Okay. Now we can see if we are going to add them together. So what we have found? We have found that angle DAB plus angle BAC plus angle CAE is equal to 180 degree. So it is linear pair axiom. Okay, all the angles from here to here, it will become 180 degree. Right. In place of angle DAB, we can write angle B. Okay. So this we can write angle B plus, now angle BAC is angle A only. Angle CAE. So angle CAE is equal to angle ACB. So angle C is equal to 180 degree. So by using parallel lines property, we can prove that sum of the internal angles of a triangle will be equal to 180 degree. So this is called angle sum property of a triangle. Angle sum property. The another property of a triangle is related to exterior angle, and in that case, suppose ABC, ABC is a triangle, and if any line BC is extended to a point E, forming the exterior angle ACE, then in this case the property says that exterior angle, so this is what? Exterior angle. Exterior angle. So exterior angle ACE is equal to sum of the opposite interior angles, means angle A plus angle B. So this exterior angle property is also very much useful. This is also coming under angle sum property, because they are also sum of the two interior angles, that is opposite to the exterior angle, and the sum will be equal to the exterior angle. Let us solve questions related to it. I have taken questions from exercise 6.3 for NCERT CBSE syllabus. All the 6 questions we are going to solve now, and we will see that how we are going to utilize that angle sum property and exterior angle property. Okay, right. So let us have a glance, or let us solve these questions. The very first question is in figure 6.39. So figure is already there. Sides QP and RQ. So QP and RQ of triangle PQR produced 2 points S and T. So it is given that PQ is produced to a point S, RQ is produced to a point P, so that we can get an exterior angle here, angle SQT or angle PQT. So we have got one angle PQT, 110 degrees. So exterior angle we have got. Then we have got angle SPR, that is also exterior angle. Angle SPR is equal to 135 degree. We need to find angle PRQ. So we need to find this angle, right? Okay. So in this case, how we will be able to find? So we can say that angle SPR, which is exterior angle, will be equal to sum of this angle PQR plus angle PRQ, right? Okay. Now we need to find angle PQR. So by using linear pair axiom here, by using linear pair axiom, we can say that 110 degree plus angle PQR is equal to 180 degree. What it is? Linear pair. Thereby PQR, angle PQR will be equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree, and it will be equal to 70 degree. Now from this equation we have got angle PQR is equal to 70 degree. Angle SPR is already given as 135 degree. 135 degree is equal to angle PQR is 70 degree plus angle PRQ. So angle PRQ will be 135 degree minus 70 degree. Okay, so it will become 65 degree. Angle PRQ has become 65 degree. Now we will move to question number 2. In question number 2, in figure 6.40, angle X is given as 62 degree. Angle XYZ is given as 54 degree. And if YO and ZO are the bisectors of angle XYZ, okay, even ZO, so this is also the bisector this is bisector, this is also bisector. So each angle will become 27 degree here. That angle x, z, y we do not know. Okay, so we will come to know, we will find out. Are the bisectors of angle xyz and angle xzy respectively of triangle xyz. Find angle OZY. Okay, we need to find this angle and we need to find angle YOZ, this one. Right, so let us find out. First of all, we will find angle XZY. So we can say that angle X plus angle Y, sorry, here it is not into, plus angle Y plus angle Z is equal to 180 degree. And what it is? It is angle sum property of a triangle. Angle X is already given to us as 62 degree. Angle Y is given to us as 54 degree plus angle Z is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle Z is equal to 180 degree minus, so 4 to 6, 11, 116 degree, right? And 420, so 64 degree is angle Z. Angle Z has become 64 degree. Okay. Now, as OY is bisector of angle Y, then angle OYZ is equal to half of 54 degree. So 54 degree divided by 2, that will become 27 degree. Similarly, as OZ is bisector of angle Z, then angle OZY will be 64 degree divided by 2, it will become 32 degree. Again using angle sum property. So angle sum property of triangle OYZ. In triangle OYZ, we can say that angle OYZ plus angle OZY plus angle YOZ will be equal to 180 degree. Okay, right. So angle OYZ is what? Angle OYZ is 27 degree. So here I am writing, so 27 degree plus angle OZY is 32 degree plus angle YOZ we need to find out is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle YOZ will be equal to 180 degree minus, so 7 to 9, 3 to 5, 59 degree. Okay. So if it is 60, so 120, so 121 degree. The answer will be 121 degree. So this angle will become 121 degree. We'll go for question number 3. So we need to find their OZY. OZY already we found, that is 32 degree, and YOZ 121 degree we have already found. Now in question number 3, we are given parallel line. It means we need to use parallel line property also. So we are given AB is parallel to DE. AB is parallel to DE, and as shown in figure, angle BAC is equal to 35 degree, angle CDE is equal to 53 degree. We need to find angle DCE. Which angle we need to find? Angle DCE. So as the line is parallel, as AB is parallel to DE, okay, angle BAE is equal to 35 degree is equal to angle AED. So that is also 35 degree. So this has become 35 degree. So it has become alternate interior angles. 35 degree. Why? Alternate interior angles. Therefore, in triangle CDE, utilizing the property, angle sum property. So, angle C, or we will write angle DCE plus angle CDE plus angle CED is equal to 180 degree. So, angle DCE plus angle CDE is 53 degree plus angle CED is 35 degree is equal to 180 degree. We can solve the equation. 180 degree minus, so 50, 30, 80, 88. So it has become 88 degree. Okay, minus 88 degree. So 80 we have subtracted, so it has become 100, and again 8 we have subtracted, so we have got 92 degree. Okay, so angle DCE has become 92 degree. Okay. We will go for question number 4. Solution of question number 4. So we are given in figure 6.42, if the line PQ and RS intersect at point T such that angle PRT is equal to 40 degree, angle RPT is equal to 95 degree, and angle TSQ is equal to 75 degree, we need to find angle SQT. So this angle we need to find, but we are not given that any line is parallel, whether PR is parallel to QS, that type of condition we are not given, so we cannot use the property of parallel lines. So better we will use some another property. So here we are going to use vertically opposite angle property. Vertically opposite angle property. But before that we need to find this angle. So in triangle PRT, we are already having two angles, means third angle we can find very easily. So angle P plus angle R plus angle PTR is equal to 180 degree. Thereby angle PTR is equal to 180 degree minus angle P plus angle R. So 180 degree minus P is 95 degree plus 40 degree. This has given 180 degree minus, so 135 degree. 135 degree. Now 135, 540 and 40, 80. So 45 degree. So angle PTR is 45 degree. This angle is 45 degree. If this angle is 45 degree, then angle STQ is also 45 degree. Vertically opposite. Vertically opposite angles are equal. Now in triangle STQ, we do have angle S is equal to 75 degree. Angle STQ, we do have, you can say 45 degree. We can find angle SQT very well, again utilizing the angle sum property. So we can say that angle S plus angle STQ plus angle SQT is equal to 180 degree, and angle SQT will be 180 degree minus angle S is 75 plus 45 degree. This is given to us as 180 degree minus 70, 40, 110, 120, 120 degree. So it has become 60 degree. Okay, it is 60 degree angle SQT. Right. Moving to question number 5 now. In this question, what it is there, it is given that if PQ is perpendicular to PS, PQ is perpendicular to PS means this is equal to 90 degree, and also it is given that PQ is parallel to SR. Okay, so this particular condition is given, it means we will be able to utilize the property of parallel lines. Okay, so angle SQR is given 28 degree, okay, and angle QRT is given 65 degree. Then they find the values of X and Y. We need to find the value of X and Y. Let us find the value. So as PQ is parallel to SR and QR is a transversal, then angle PQR is equal to angle QRT, alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are equal. So angle PQR is X plus 28 degree is equal to angle QRT, which is given to us as 65 degree. So X is equal to 65 minus 28 degree, 35. So 37 degree. Okay. So 37 degree has become X. Now we need to find Y. Okay. So if we want to find Y, what we will be doing? We know that if angle, so in triangle PQS, angle P is equal to 90 degree. It means angle X plus angle Y is equal to 90 degree. So that angle P plus angle X plus angle Y should become 180 degree. Okay. So angle X is available with us. So angle Y is equal to 90 degree minus angle X, that is 90 degree minus X is 37 degree. So 340 and 50. So it is 53 degree. So angle Y has become 53 degree. This is 53 degree. Okay, right. Now the last question we are going to solve. In this we will be using angle sum property and exterior angle property both together. Let us see. So we are given the side QR of a triangle PQR is produced to a point S, means this point is produced. If the bisectors of angle PQR, okay, and angle PRS meet at point T, then prove that angle QTR is equal to half angle QPR. Okay, so it means we need to find the relation between this and this one. These two angles we need to find. It means two triangle, we will be utilizing the property. Which are the property? That is angle sum property in QPR and in QTR also, and utilizing the exterior angle property, angle PRS. Okay, so in triangle PQR, we do have angle P plus, no, not like this, we need to write properly, angle QPR plus angle PQR plus angle PRQ is equal to 180 degree. Okay, right. Further, it is given that angle PQT is equal to angle TQR. Similarly, angle angle because this angle and this angle are equal. So angle PRT is equal to angle TRS, bisectors, due to angle bisectors, Okay, so it means this angle QPR will be as it is, but angle PQR we can write in the form of, you can say, utilizing this one, angle PQT, angle TQR. So we can write angle PQR as 2 times of angle TQR. So 2 times of angle TQR plus angle PRQ, okay, let us leave it, angle PRQ. Angle PRQ is equal to 180 degree. Okay. Also, exterior angle PRS is equal to angle QPR plus angle PQR. Okay. And angle PRS can be written as 2 times of angle, this angle. So PRT, 2 times of angle PRT can be written is equal to angle QPR plus angle PQR. So angle PQR, once again it will become angle TQR, 2 times of angle TQR. So further we can write 2 times of angle PRT is equal to angle QPR, not PQR, angle QPR plus 2 times of angle TQR. Right. Now in triangle TQR, again angle TQR plus angle QTR plus angle QRT will be equal to 180 degree. Angle QRT. Okay. Right. So angle TQR, both if we are going to equate both of them together, 1 and 2. If we are equating them together, then angle QPR plus angle 2 times of angle TQR plus angle PRQ will be equal to angle TQR plus angle QTR, this angle and this angle, plus angle QRT, both 180 degrees, so both side it is equal. And TQR, anything which is related here, QPR is here, okay, angle TQR and TQR, so this will be subtracted from this one, so it will be giving us as angle QPR plus, not 2 times now, angle TQR only, okay, and angle PRQ, right. So angle PRQ, this side it will be angle QTR plus angle QRT. Okay, so QTR is there and QRT is there. Now here what we do have? We do have 2 times of angle PRT. Okay, and PRT is where? Right. QTR is there, and this one and this one, this. So QPR and QTR we need to relate. Remaining things TQR plus okay, angle PRT, anywhere we have written angle PRT. Okay, so angle QRT I have written. Yes, angle QRT will be angle PRQ, right? Plus angle PRT. Yes. So correct. QRT we can divide it now. So let me erase these things now so that I will be utilizing this space. Okay. Okay. Now this angle QRT, I am going to divide it. So I am writing angle QPR plus angle TQR as it is, plus angle PRQ. Okay. Then angle QTR plus QRT. This QRT I am going to divide it as angle PRQ, angle PRQ plus angle PRT, angle PRQ plus angle PRT. So this angle PRQ and this angle PRQ has got cancelled. Now left with angle PRT. So here angle PRT we have already found. We will put the value. Angle QPR plus angle TQR is equal to angle QTR plus, so here this angle 2 PRT, so it will be, sorry, okay, if 2 we are, so angle QPR, okay, and this side it will be half. So just this 2 we will divide it. So what we have got? We have got angle PRT, means from here, just for the information, angle PRT is equal to half of angle QPR plus only angle TQR. Only angle TQR. So here we have got in place of angle PRT as half of angle QPR plus angle TQR. Now this side angle TQR, this side angle TQR will get cancelled. Left with angle QPR minus half angle QPR is equal to angle QTR. This has given as half of angle QPR will be equal to angle QTR, and that only we need to prove. That only we need to prove, and we have proved here. Right, so here the property angle sum property and exterior angle property, both we have used simultaneously. Okay, so right, fine. Thank you very much for your kind support. We'll meet again in next video. Thank you.